Hello everyone, this is Jasmine from Jazz Draws Art, and I am back drawing some ER characters from the show ER, and this time I'm drawing Dr. Greene, Dr. Mark Greene. He's practically like the main character. I know that there's multiple characters that it revolves around, but it starts with him in the very beginning, and it kind of follows what his life is like, and poor Mark, he has to go through so many hardships. Out of all the characters, I know a lot of them go through terrible stuff, but Mark's life was the one person who, out of anyone, deserved the most happiness. He was the most level-headed, logical, understanding, thoughtful, caring, just all around. He was just a great character. I absolutely adored Mark. Now, I love Carter, and Carter is definitely one of my top favorite characters, but Mark is definitely right up there. If not number one, then tied for with Carter. Because he just deserves the world. If you haven't seen the show and you don't want any spoilers, you can mute it from here, and I will not spoil it. Alright, you were warned. So, Mark Greene, he has such a lovable quality about him, and if you don't like him, that's fine. Your prerogative, you're allowed. But for me, Mark just made me feel safe while watching him, and plus is played by Anthony Edwards, who played Goose in Top Gun. But I really like him as an actor. I think he does a great job at whatever role he takes on. He's just got that charisma about him that's like not intimidating, if you know what I mean. He just has that comfortable, I'll be your best friend, your most trustworthy friend in your life kind of feeling to him. And I absolutely loved watching him in this show. I took an instant liking to him pretty fast. I really enjoyed watching him. Also, as for the drawing, it's really hard to get his face shape because his whole jaw and neck and the way the skin lays on his frame just is very difficult to capture, so keep that in mind. I'm doing my best. But yeah, Mark, I felt like he had the most hardships with his wife and with his daughter, and the whole trying to do what he loves and what he's good at, and helping people, saving people, trying to maintain friendships, trying to maintain his work, trying to achieve what he wants to achieve, be a family man, and it's just everything seems to be going so hard for him. Like the way his wife is and wants more time from him, which is understandable, but at the same time, he's a doctor and she became a lawyer, and it's not his fault that she wanted to do something so ambitious and that he was already doing something ambitious before they had kids. So it's just a lot. I mean, I'm not here to argue everything. I'm just saying Mark definitely just felt like the kind of character that you could be friends with, like that you'd want to be friends with. Somebody that you need in your life. He's steady, and he's like the sound of reason, the voice of reason. He helps Carter out and everything. He helps everybody out all the time. Just does so much, and he spends so much time trying to teach them and like share stuff with them and be there for them, and like the way he was with Susan and Carol and everyone in his life. Doug, the way he helped Doug out when Doug was around. I cannot praise his character more. Like, obviously he had slips of judgment. Who doesn't? He's not a perfect character, but he's pretty much the closest you could get on the show. I mean, yes, there are the heartthrobs and the ones that you absolutely just adore, like Carter or Dr. Kovac, or, you know, characters like that. But Mark was always the one that just brought it all home. He was the one you could just feel safe in watching and happy and everything, but then you'd feel absolutely terrible for how his life is. It should not have been as hard as it was with his divorce and not getting to see his daughter, and then his ex-wife dating and other people, and all the trouble he had with Susan leaving. after he confessed that he loved her and she didn't feel the same, which was bogus in my opinion, but whatever, I know the reasons why. And just so much happens. He's hilarious. He's always there for his friends, like when he went with Doug to go to Doug's dad's funeral, and he showed him his home when they were driving through, and just so many things about him. I absolutely just positively love this character. Now, ER is probably, out of the medical-ish shows that I watch, my favorite. And I know for a lot of Grey's Anatomy fans, they're gonna be like, but what about? And I love Grey's Anatomy. I did watch it first, even though it came much later. Well, not much later, but later. But basically, everything that happened on ER, it's like any other show after that was medical, it just felt like it was pretty much taking stuff from ER. I mean, there's only so much you can do with a show like that, but I feel like this was the standard, and I feel like there should be more characters like Mark Greene on TV. I absolutely love the way he trained and helped Carter become the doctor who he was, and how he left it to him and he taught him everything he knew, and his temperance and his patience and his overall, the way he treats people and how he handles things around the hospital. He's just very competent, very loving, very smart, and he did not deserve the end. I also refuse to acknowledge what happens to him at the end of his run. It was well done, but it still hurts me to my very core, and I truly mourned for his character. But yes, there's nothing more I'd like to say than I'm so glad Mark Greene was a character on a show I watched, and that I watched it. It made a whole world of difference. Alright, thank you so much you guys for watching. Make sure to give this a thumbs up and to subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!